Have you ever felt someone's eyes on you, even when you're alone? That feeling, that gnawing sense of dread, only grew stronger the moment I stepped into Dominican Hill in Baguio City. This place isn't just haunted, it's alive, waiting for you. They say you should never enter at night, but I did, and I'll never forget what happened. The air was thick, suffocating, as if it were weighing. Dominican Hill was built as a retreat for nuns, but that peace didn't last long. During the war, it became a Japanese garrison. They say terrible things happened here, and some nights the walls still whisper of screams. I thought it was just a ghost story. But as I walked inside, my flashlight barely slicing through the darkness, every step seemed louder than the last. The walls felt like they were watching. It was as if the building itself knew I was there, and that it was hungry. Then I heard it, a low, eerie chanting. It wasn't human, more like a whisper carried on the wind. It seemed to come from down the hall, just beyond the next corner. My heart was hammering, but my legs kept moving. I don't know why I followed it. Maybe some part of me just needed to see. I pushed open a door at the end of the hall. The chanting stopped. The room was completely empty, but it was cold. I could see my breath in front of me, and every hair on my body stood on end. I knew, even if I couldn't see them, something was there. That's when I saw her. A nun standing at the end of the hallway. But there was something wrong. Her habit was faded, torn, and her head tilted slightly as if trying to see me. I stepped closer, and that's when I realized just smooth, empty skin, like someone had erased it. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. And then she started moving towards me, gliding over the floor, silent but steady. I was rooted to the spot, paralyzed, until my survival instinct kicked in. I ran. I ran without looking back. All I could think was, but no matter how fast I went, it was like the building was stretching, twisting, keeping me in. My footsteps pounded through the hall, but behind me, her soft footsteps never grew fainter. They were I crashed through another door and stumbled into the chapel, hoping that maybe here I'd be safe. But the moment I entered, that same haunting chanting began again, louder now, surrounding me on all sides. The chanting was everywhere, echoing off the walls, filling the air until I could barely think. I looked around and realized I wasn't alone. There were figures lining the pews, shadows too dark to be cast by any light. They were watching me, unmoving. But there was one figure, larger, shrouded in black, that started to rise from the altar. I could barely breathe. It was getting closer, and I knew this was it. The faceless nun was here. Somehow I found the strength to run. I crashed out of the chapel and down the hall, heart pounding, barely keeping it together. I could feel the cold at my back, the presence following me, waiting for me to make a mistake. When I finally burst through the main doors, I stumbled outside, gasping, heart racing. But just as I thought I'd escaped, a whisper brushed against my ear, soft, chilling. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Dominican Hill. They say that once you visit, you're never truly free, that something follows you home. And now, sometimes in the dead of night, I still hear that soft chanting, far away, like an echo, as if it's calling me back. So if you ever feel someone watching you in the dark or hear chanting from somewhere you can't find, remember, some places never let go.